Yeah, we're gonna talk about the beauty standards of the AI beauty. Fuck, I just had it in my head. The AI filter thing. The honest truth is, I cannot wait for it to die off. All these people that use that filter and that and try to like pursue themselves to be more attractive. Like, go have a skinny girl that's not even that good looking in the face. They'll use an AI filter and like it plasters their face to be like extremely symmetrical. Like, I think what's gonna happen in this life, the millennials and the Gen Z are gonna fight about the whole internet thing, because millennials are more or less likely like the light internet people. We use it to explore dungeons together and play video games together now. We don't use it for, you know, social media shit as much, even though we grew up with it. Social media is just a get out now. It's a money propaganda machine. That's why you see a lot of these younger people that, you know, do the whole Instagram. But this is how they do it, though. I see some millennial chicks doing that. They all got fake tits, they all got fake ass. When you see them, and they're OnlyFans whores, any girl that I see, and I see their actual, just to say their actual OnlyFans pictures, you can type this shit on Google and that, and then you see like the pictures that they post specifically, you can see night and day that they don't even look like that. It is finally fucking ridiculous. Like, there's this one chick, her name is, she's a Ukrainian chick. She's not that attractive looking, honestly. She's got plastic face and that. Her boobs are big and that. She has big boobs and that, but when she, like, she photoshops her pictures, it makes her boobs look really perky. But when you see her, like, in a video, just to say, which they're all over the place, so you can look this shit up. She looks like shit. Her boobs are super droopy. They don't even look like, and that's what it is. And this is where social media is starting to change, because people are literally using programs and Photoshop to make themselves look more attractive so they can post stuff on the internet, and guys will literally throw money at them for fakeness. It's not to say this woman doesn't have a great body. Now, yeah, she's skinny in that, but like, naturally, big boob girls, their boobs fucking droop. Unless they get fucking fake tits. If a girl's got like that perfect fucking rack, they're fake. They're all fake. I see a lot of Instagram models and that. When you look at their pictures and that, you look at their pictures before they got their boobs done, you could tell that they're real, because they're kind of offsetting. But then when they get their boobs done, their boobs are like perfect. And you look at them as a person, you're all like, you're probably just a fucking idiot. You're obsessed with the way you look, but the way you look's fake. And then when you look at yourself being fake, then what happens is you live in that fake persona, but your heart knows the truth. If your heart knows the truth of your actual reality, but your brain, because you brainwash yourself to be part of this bullshit, guess what happens? You destroy yourself. Like, I get certain things. Like, right now, I'm taking peptides. I got a thing that's got 3 good peptides in it. I've been taking it. I haven't known, like, too much of a change. All I know is I weigh myself every day, and I've been eating pretty much the same amount of food every day. I normally eat roughly about 2,500 calories a day, sometimes 3,000. I never go over 3,000 calories. And I can say my weight has been gaining. I've only been taking this probably for the last 4 days. And I would have to say I believe I am a massive hyper responder to certain things. I've always been like this my whole entire life. If I drink a cup of coffee and that shit wires me really heavily. That's why I'm quitting energy drinks. I'm going straight up to just Starbucks drinks. They're about the same price, but Starbucks drinks got more vitamins. It doesn't have the acidity in it. I don't like the acidity in it. It kind of fucks with my throat. So I went to Starbucks double shot. Way better. The little bit of sugar they put in it helps out a lot. People say, well, zero sugar is always the best thing for, losing weight. That's it. The best thing to lose weight is just to fucking move more. If you keep yourself active the majority of your day, just simply like what I'm doing right now, I'm just walking around talking.
I guess I am pretty amazing.
So I'm already going to the next jail. I think this is jail number 6.
Anyhow, the real fight is only just beginning.
I'm about to do some massive leveling up. Because these guys are going to be probably like in like their 50s or something like that.
I can't wait to hear all the juicy
Or
details with
probably
you.
in like their late 30s.
Adios,
Anyway.
Phantom Thieves.
Okay. Next up, Kanoe's jail.
It's always a way of pursuing things. When you try something out,
Changing
you should
Kanoe's
enjoy
heart
it.
should bring an end to the change of heart
But think of it is,
Man,
look at how it changes you altogether. It changes you for the better, it changes you for the worse.
We ended up trying
When I notice about attention, since tension's a lot of psychological,
Not until we know
and then
that
like
Kanoe
a lot of these women always say, people need to see psychiatrists and that, like a man has to see psychiatrists.
Hey,
Men that are intelligent enough are the psychiatrists. Men are smart enough, understand the complications of life. Women, when they use their psychiatric way of thinking, they don't learn anything. They just bitch. Because most of these, I would say, like most of these people that kind of do that bitching thing, no one likes them. People despise people. If not, people hate people like that.
Okay, leave it to me.
I mean, if you want to have a generalized conversation in that and just talk and be cool and bring up something, but when you start to become more self-centered, which is what I see with a lot of these women that are Instagram models and that, they're extremely fake. You start to see it. It starts to get kind of annoying. Because then they keep on producing these kind of things. When you look inside their mind, how they are, they act like fucking high school teenage women. Like, oh my god, I'm getting all this fame and that because my boobs are super huge. It's like, but you're like 20s. You're in your 20s. There's more things better to do than to sit there and just be like, look at my attention ratio. Do you not know that your future is told by the people that have done it before you? And when they come out and they tell you, especially the OnlyFans bitches that make millions of dollars, they said when the iron was hot, there's just one chick, her name I think is Ruby Red or something like that. She was legitimately talking about OnlyFans. She says right now you can't make shit in OnlyFans. Like if you start OnlyFans right now, you probably make maybe like $300 or $400 a month. So you can't even live off that. He says why? Because all this stuff's already distributed. People that already have a fan base already have a fan base. There's only gonna be so many men out there. So starting this off, you might get a couple people here and there. It's just like streaming. If you start streaming, when streaming starts to get popular, you can blow up and get a fucking enormous fan base. You'll get a shit ton of people that want to talk to you, shit ton of people that are lonely and that, they want to conversate with you and that. I mean, there's a couple of channels that I used to watch that stream games that I talk about philosophical things like I do now. But more or less likely, they're fucking retarded and I'm 10 times smarter than them. Because they go with very low logic and moral emotions. And no one wants to listen to a logical person over emotional person. Like, oh my god, it's okay, girl. It's okay. You're not fat. You're not ugly. You don't sound like a troll. It's okay to live under the bridge. It's okay. No, I'm like, no, you're fat. You need to lose weight. Not to be ignorant, to be more disciplined. Caring is to discipline. People back then understood that. When fat people saw skinny people, especially people in good shape, you know what they do? They would ask them, like, hey, how can I lose weight? I'm like, okay, well, if you're overweight and that, sometimes cut back on, a little bit calories, know how much you eat, and then cut back a little bit. If you eat 4,000 calories every damn day, you cut back 300 or 400 calories. It's just bullshit eating. We eat with emotional consistency. That's what gluttony is. Gluttony is an emotional consistency that, the demons want you to look like shit and be weak and be, smelling bad and looking like shit. That's why we see obese people. What are they? They're lazy. Oh, I need to sneeze. Oh, there it goes. Woo! That was a good one. Sorry about that. I went outside too much and breathed in so much cold air in the last couple of days. My sinuses are kind of going to frets. But all this say is like, when you go down the lines of sin, why the 7 deadly sins are basically trying to understand it. You're trying to see it. Okay, if you are this specific type of sin, pride's always the number one thing why you can't break that sin. Think about this. If you want to get in good shape, you have to what first? You have to know how to do it. If you don't know how to do something, and you're like, man, I want to get in good shape, so let's just go to a whole bunch of steroids to get in shape. That pride of you needs to be delimited. It needs to be pushed back. Here's why. Pride doesn't accept being wrong. Pride doesn't accept anything other than what they accept. You can't learn when you can't accept things. When you have pride, you don't give yourself up, like I said, to being wrong if someone else is teaching you something. You fight against it because you want to think, you want to think that you already know. All you're doing is doing the copycat effect. You're sitting there, someone talks to you about something, I was like, oh yeah, I know what this is that. And all of a sudden you're just like, oh yeah, I know too. All you're doing is saying, well, I know because you told me. It's not because you didn't know. See, when you give up that pride, you say, oh yeah, I didn't know that, please tell me more. You get philosophical conversations, you can input your knowledge based upon certain things that you might know. But when you lie to yourself and say you know something, how many people have done this when they were little? Someone says, oh yeah, these hot fries taste really good. You never had hot fries your whole entire life. You'll go, oh yeah, I know they taste good. And you're like, but you never had them before. It's like, well yeah, but knowing that you're explaining it to me, you can tell someone something, and if they don't experience for themselves, they'll truly never know. Here's why you see fat people, they want to say, I used to be skinny when I was younger. That's because you were more active because you had more things to do. You had the peer pressure thing. You had other people basically be like, hey, stop being such a bitch. Run, fat ass. It's like, dude, you need to lose weight, bro. Let's walk. Let's go walking. Let's go walk 2-3 miles today. Let's push that bike. Let's go fucking sit there and afterwards go watch some anime or something on our phones or whatever and talk about shit. Keep your mind away from eating food. Then you will lose weight. So sidetrack your mind is the best way to lose weight. Trying to keep your mind as completely busy as possible. That's how you maintain a good body. You ever see really healthy people that they're always doing shit? And you can say, well, why is that? First off, because they're not fucking stupid. I can get these up now. Smooth. Cool, I got a lot of shit to get up then. Yes, I do. I'm about to go blow ass pretty soon. That's the whole concept, but like when you're a younger kid, that you don't have any responsibilities over than just being entertained. You don't have to go to work. And I noticed that a lot of people go to work and they always seem very miserable. I said, think about it like this. Go to work, just be yourself at work. But don't be negative. Your negativity is what brings down the whole thing. If you stay positive, just talk about the things that are fun to you, you could do that. People say, well, I can't control it. You can control every fucking emotion that you have. If something bothers you, you can react to, but you don't have to react to it in a way that pisses other people off. And I notice this about a lot of people that have very low attention spans. Low attention span people, I work with people who are like this. It's very like fun to like study and research stuff. People have low attention spans. They always do what? They always either smoke weed, drink alcohol. They do a lot of somatic drugs that bring down the stress levels. I say, and I talk to people. Not to say anything about people at my job. Open the book of people at job. They're losing hair and their teeth are falling out. I said, "What? How the fuck are your teeth falling out?" Well, you do a lot of fucking drugs because you're trying to maintain stress. There's this old philosophy. I think it's a Japanese philosopher. He said, sometimes being bored is a necessary thing to do. Because when you're bored, time slows down. When you meditate and you do things, sit alone and meditate, you know what you're doing is you're getting closer to God. Anyone ever sit there and just kind of zone out and that? There's a reason why our brains can do that. Our brains are able to zone the fuck out of this reality. A lot of people think you need drugs. People go, "Oh, I pump shrooms," and I'm like, "Motherfucker, I do that on my own." That just shows that you're a fucking idiot. That you can be trained to do these things without having psychedelics. Yeah, you're not gonna see things that you're not gonna get all dilated in your eyes and that. I mean, I'm sure if you meditate hard enough, you can probably go into like a miniature coma. I mean, I've almost done it multiple times. All it's doing is escaping your reality. It's just to turn off your brain and just not worry about absolutely fucking nothing. To put this into perspective, I've done a lot of this to experience. I bring up my ex a lot, but let's bring up my ex. When I was laying down with her on her futon mat, this is just a good experiment. This is a good experience. When we cuddled together and we were in harmony together, it was God's grace. Let me explain how God's grace actually feels. When you're in harmony with someone, a friend, or someone that you're highly attracted to, that you want to get closer to in general, what happens when you see them? Reality stops existing.
to work.
I will be as respectful as admonished. I refuse this admonishment. It was a legitimate correction. Gentlemen, don't miss the show. I wouldn't either.
Who's it for? Which one? Who's it for?
If you're still watching this on YouTube, you probably noticed something is missing by now. I'm not here.
Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? How many? 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 Are you sure? Are you sure?
Damn.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Thank you, man. I've been
You wish
sneezing
to
a lot.
strengthen it. How much power will you add? This is what the power of your mask has strengthened this persona.
Before they went to a magistrate judge in Minnesota who didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then they went to
Performing a fusion,
he didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him.
it seems that it can gain new power.
They also decided not to sign off for an arrest
It seems that it can gain new power.
that perhaps the feds would go to a grand jury. It remains to be seen if that will happen here, but we can confirm that Don Lemon
Choose
was
which.
arrested in Los Angeles by federal agents just after midnight Los Angeles
I
time
think
at a hotel. Now,
They pulled him out of a hotel in his pajamas for storming a
Is
church,
this-
which is illegal.
sorts of headlines.
Be born anew.
From that church storming have already been arrested, including who the feds say was the organizer of that protest.
And here's what he did.
But everybody's ready to go. This is the beginning of what's going to happen here. Violate people's due process when you pull people off the
He's
street,
intimidating
dragging
people.
them and hurting them,
Listen,
and not abiding by the Constitution. When you start doing all of that,
You wish to strengthen it. You wish to strengthen it. How much power will you add? You lack the power needed.
$44, $30, $31. I think I'm gonna start leveling him up and see where he goes.
How much power will you add?
So he keeps on gaining strength and endurance.
May luck be on your side.
Yeah, they're gonna. I like him because he doesn't. Well, she doesn't have too much weakness. She doesn't have any weakness at all, actually. It's kind of like weak. I guess the Valkyrie is better. I don't know about stat wise. She's gonna get tired. He does that better. He's got a lot. Yeah, I always look at the weaknesses of that, like, she doesn't have any weaknesses at all. Which makes her extremely powerful.
Very well.
Yeah, there's a whole down limit thing after that. Yeah, the dude was just kind of a piece of shit. These guys always do this shit just to rile people up. But People that want to sit there and try to harm people that are not trying to be harmful back are just pieces of shit. Yeah, I'm saying. John Lemon talks about being a Christian. I'll tell you up front, Don Lemon, you are a piece of shit, satanic dumb fuck. You don't believe in Jesus at all. You use it as a forefront to explain how fucking retarded you are. People that change because of Jesus, well, the reason why they become better is because of him to begin with. You change your life around him.
Let's go.
People that use Christianity as a forefront because of their fucking stupidity is the reason why they have a lot of fucking problems, because you're just lying to yourself. And people lie to themselves a lot with that.
Doesn't look like there's any shadows around.
And they do it so much, it's actually kind of fucking retarded.
Fire! Oh yeah, here we go.
Alright, let's go! We're almost there! Let's get it!
All right, a new skill.
Nice.
I got a new power!
Burn plus, chase the burn, and burn. I think that is heavy when it hits everybody.
Wait, it's over?
Yeah, this is what I hate about irresponsible
Alright.
people
Alright.
with their when
No
they
time to
always say
waste.
that they're Christians. Not like, dude, you guys are not Christians. You guys are satanic fucks.
Fire!
Jesus warned us about people like you. You're pieces of shit. You're wicked people. You're foolish. You're ignorant. You're stupid. All the, but I can go on day after day after day after day.
Get the hell out of my
Go, go, go! Still forgot even follow-up attack!
Let's go. Reinforcements. Let us end this. Not much of a challenge, were they?
Here's
And the
hoping
more we
this
start
is
talking
the
about it
same.
and that, the more you start to know the reason why these people have this. Yeah, because they're fake.
It's a shadow. Careful, okay?
I'll reveal your true form. Now's our chance. Strike. We're gonna run right.
There's a lot of fake fuck people out there.
It's over.
And Jesus brings it up multiple times, but there's a lot of fake people out there that are going to pretend to be with people
Hey,
or
shall
not.
we?
And he says that for a reason. He's just like, don't be with them. Don't.
Oh, I think I found something.
Stay away from people that are fucking pieces of shit. Basically. Okay, bro, this shit's annoying. I just want to fight people. I can't just walk through here. That's fucking stupid.
Okay, I think we're clear. Let's move it.
I guess it's not a total waste.
Probably has to be a weapon for my guy. 23. But yeah, I truly despise people that do that stupid ugly shit. Like, oh, I praise God all the time. I'm like, you literally go into a church to interrupt a church service.
Shadow here. What's the plan?
You're not praising God, you're being a fucking twat waffle.
Don't lower your guard.
Everyone stay focused. You forgot even follow-up attack.
Please allow me.
That's the thing that always seems to hurt people more when you just tell them the flat out fucking truth. And they seriously get really fucking pissed off over
Their
it.
heads up their asses. What else can I say?
Like, well, that's based upon what you think. No, that's actually what just fucking happened.
Show me your truth, then we attack.
People lie about their shit all the time. I mean, I deal with liars all the time. When people get caught with stuff, they always immediately do what? They always either make up excuses or they come forth and just not and just tell the truth about what happened.
Break them into pieces.
I try to explain these details at work and that when I'm talking to people and that. I get, you know, people ask me questions about stuff and that. I go, oh, it's good to ask me questions.
Show me your truth.
I almost feel sorry for them.
Asking questions is good.
Finish them off in one
When you
blow.
when you throw out something that,
It's over.
especially if you're, you know, psychologically more inclined and you know, kind of just know certain things about it,
Yes, 1, 2, 3.
it kind of changes people's perspectives quite a bit. Especially
Looks like
people
we're
that don't
safe for
have no
now.
idea what the fuck is really going on.
I'll reveal the truth.
Like younger people.
Very well. Let's finish this quickly.
Don't let up. Someone looks happy. Was that not a challenge?
Okay, let's keep this up.
Persona.
You know even what guys are in there. Yeah, this place doesn't have a lot of fucking enemies. It's kind of weird.
Hey, I think there's a checkpoint.
Maybe the next prison's gonna have more enemies. This one has like very low enemies. like all the rest of them were enemy filled. Like they had enormous amount of enemies. Oh fuck! I did not want to go there. I want to go kill that. This prison sucks.
Very well, let's make our way back.
Oh. Woo.
Hey,
All praising fake DVDs. Oh, so fake.
What did you say?
Why?
Just right there. I'm gonna stop. What they were saying, that completely makes sense in real life. If you like took away social media, people would literally shut down. Like you would see enormous amount of people just freak the fuck out. I always find that very interesting. I talk about Emma and that's an AI that like they talk to, it becomes their companion. That it ain't no different than like social media. You take away something that people don't know the normal way of doing things. Like people have a hard time communicating in real life because they're always on chat forums. That like what? There's someone I work with that she has a very hard time communicating in real life, and like she's literally fucking stupid. You want to say? Like she's very low communication skills. And it's just like you're working a place that and the person that like doesn't know how to talk, and she'll say like really random stuff. Like she'll say stupid stuff and that. Like this person's extremely confusing in that. Like when it comes down to like who she is and that. And so I actually had a conversation with her, and we were just talking that. And she was talking about her her life and that, talking about certain things. She was very open with it. Like, oh, that's good and that, I understand that people are gonna say that you're weird and that or whatever it is. And that. The reason why people do that stuff is because they don't understand that you yourself is different. You don't know. If you don't know something, more less likely people are going to treat you as an idiot. They're like, oh, well, you're stupid. I mean, obviously, I didn't say it completely like that, but I was just kind of hitting it like, and you're still learning stuff with that. If you don't know something, you can always learn it. That's right. The biggest problem in life is fucking social media nowadays. Back in the old days now, you go out and play with people. You go out and run through the forest and try, and make forts and that. You were very creative outside of nature now. Nowadays, people are very lack creativity when it comes down to nature because we have technology now. I was born in the 90s and that, so I kind of do a little bit of both. When video games came around, I played a lot of video games in that. Basically, I want to act like the video game character. So if I was playing like a sword and shield character, that I would get a stick and I'd start swinging around like I had a sword and that, being a kid and shit, and just having fun. My imagination became my reality. But when you get out into the real world, when you're a kid, you start going to school and that, and you get out to the actual world now, the real world is filled with a lot of different types of people. And the sad thing is, a lot of people are going to understand you, because they're raised differently. And that's what it is. That one's raised differently. So there's stuff that you do and no one else does, they're not going to understand you at all. That's the reason why for some people it may not understand things. Like the other day in that lady, called one of the guys a bitch, but he took it really far. She was just like, oh, bitch, please, type stuff and that. He was like, oh, bitch, don't go do, and like, it's like, I'm like, you guys have to understand. This is what I love about myself, and that Jesus is with me, and that, because I understand that people have issues. I understand people are not perfect. So we had a conversation about it after she left tonight, and I literally said, like, she has social skill issues. She doesn't know how to communicate right. This is her first job, probably. She's young. She's 19 years old. You guys are expecting people to fucking know shit when you guys don't know shit too. You guys act on stupid shit too. Do I want to criticize you? Yeah, you're a fucking moron. Don't want to go out there and make you feel completely bad. No, it's trying to be understanding. Try to say, yeah, shit happens. It's just how life is. Just learn from it. Just try to devote yourself think about the mistake that you did. You don't need to tell anyone that you're doing that mistake, that you're trying to think about it. Just think about the mistake that you did and be more cautious over the things that you do. You learn from it. People don't want to fucking learn anymore. They think it should just happen. I said, your brain, here's how your brain cycle works. Let's start this off. Every time you wake up, your brain cycles anew. So everything that you did yesterday, you intentionally memorize and you physically get stronger with whatever that you're doing there. So whatever you're doing that, you learn from it. I didn't know how to make half the shit at my work when I first started. It'd been like 7 years since I worked at this place. I tell people, I'm gonna make mistakes. Just correct me. But don't be harsh with it. Just say, oh, just don't do that. Be like this. Because when you're harsh with the words that you say towards people, that just explains to me that you're just a piece of shit person. So, I completely understand certain things. But what happened the other day, and I kind of just threw down, and was like, okay, well, this shit's getting fucking stupid. I'm like, okay. So the girl, a woman, calls you a bitch, but doesn't say it in the way that you assume it. And the funny thing is, he reacted as in like he's a woman abuser. Not saying he abuses women as in like he goes through the physical stuff, but I'm saying knowing that women are weaker than him because he's a man, he takes a side of being wanting to be stronger. But if some man like myself called him a bitch, he wouldn't say shit to me. He would try to get rowdy with me, and I'd be like, bro, this is why people call you a bitch. Right there. You're acting like a fucking twat waffle. You're getting all pissed off from that, and you want to say how badass you are. Dude, you're 4'3", bro. You're 4'4". You're 125, 130 pounds. You kind of can't really say anything. You're a little ass dude, so maybe you shouldn't be fucking acting like you're strong. Especially that you have conditions that you have that are actually very weak conditions. Don't boast yourself. Reason why people boast themselves. They get into this like, when there's a hierarchy, and especially with men, women don't normally have a hierarchy because most women are pretty much identical when it comes down to most strength. There's more or less likely more stronger men and weaker men than there is stronger women and weaker women when it comes down to physiology. So, when a weaker man sits there, he'll know his place, and a stronger man comes around. He'll instantly be fearful. That's how it normally comes down. If a man's fucking bigger than you, you're going to look at him, you're going to have a little bit of temptation, a little bit of fear. Because instantly you're going to be like, oh, that dude's fucking huge. Now, as you be trained in martial arts and that, but bigger people are just big. If someone outweighs you like 50 pounds, there's a huge chance he's going to beat your fucking ass. Because more or less likely, if he lifts weights, he probably done martial arts or done some form of fighting. That's why he lifts weights. At least that's how it is with me. But like, so what happened is, he said that stuff and that, and I literally told him, like, dude, chill out. She didn't mean it in that direction. She didn't mean it like that. And he was literally getting pissed off. I'm gonna walk away and did all this stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, bro. And then they all start kind of like hating on her. And I instantly stepped in because thank God Lord Jesus Christ tells me to step in when people are fucking ignorant towards people, especially when people don't know. I said, she just doesn't know how to communicate. I said, this is her first job. And they start coming back like, oh yeah, I understand that. Or something. I was like, but you didn't understand that until I stepped in and said something. You guys were literally saying, I don't like working with her. I hate working with her. Dude, chill the fuck out. Because what you're telling me that you're just kind of a piece of shit person. You're massively judgmental because you yourself haven't judged yourself for the stupid shit you fucking do, which means you haven't learned from the mistakes that you keep on fucking making. It's not physical mistakes that most people tend to keep on making. It's the mentality. It's pride. The people I work with have a lot of fucking pride. And this is why pride is bad, because pride enables you to fucking learn the actual truth. You tend to hide it. Prideful people hide and they lie about their problems. That's why they smoke weed, and that's why they pop pills, because they're lying about the problem instead of fixing the problem. Like, well, medicine fixes it. No, medicine is a copium. If you take any psychological medicines, they're copiums. I used to be really fucked up myself. No, I did. I learned and disciplined myself. I used to have massive anger issues. I don't have them anymore. I wonder why. Is that because I'm on meds? Is that because I can't get angry? I changed my life. I changed the way I think of things. I changed the way I do things. I gained more knowledge. This is why pharmaceuticals, especially the psychiatric community, wants you to literally be on meds, because they make money off you. They don't give a fuck about you. If they cared about you, they would tell you what? They'd tell you to read the damn Bible. They would tell you to believe in Jesus, because that's the only way you change your life is by believing in the truth. Doesn't matter what anybody says. That's why social media is filled with fucking morons. And there's a lot of them out there. And there's a lot of fake Christians out there. And there's a lot of, there's a lot of atheist people out there. But atheist people, most of them just don't believe. They know something's out there, but they don't see. They want to see it in a physical sense. I say it's a spiritual sense. If you think you want to see the spirit world, you couldn't live. Let's put it like this way. When God made the angels, basically invented the angels, he did them all at once. Millions of them, just poof. Okay? All these angels, the bulk of the hierarchy of angels, they all have like hundreds of eyes. They don't look like the feathery winged cute angels that some of them do. But like the seraphim, they have gigantic eyes. They watch over human beings. And they even specifically say, when John, or even say Enoch, when Enoch saw the seraphim, he said their power was so unrealistic that it could literally destroy everything. They said when their voices echo, it shakes the earth. Just as the angels can do it. And like when it comes down to power and that, like I said before, this is why I don't like when people do the whole power thing. You're not that strong. You only live so long. Just enjoy your life and be happy. Just learn how to maintain your mind. That hang out with people that love you is what you love them. The whole world's not gonna love you. Most of the world's gonna hate you if you're a good, joyful person. Because people want violence. People want the unenjoyment. People gonna dig off fucking hurting people, or talking shit about people supposedly. But the shit talkers always want to say the righteous people talk shit. I get told that kind of a little bit when I was, last like couple of months, and that one of the guys was kind of whispering underneath his, thing that he's saying, no, you're a shit talker. And that I instantly, I got pissed off, and I would say, what do you mean? Like, what did I say? And he got quiet, and I said, so you're saying something that's completely faulty, but you don't want to explain it. I even went up to him that. I was like, dude, I'm not mad at you, but I was like, tell me what's going on. It's like, why are you feeling like this towards me? It's like, I don't even talk to you. It's like, we barely ever talk, so you say things are just hearsay, so you don't even know me, so you just basically want to spew a bunch of bullshit that someone else said. I said, that's kind of fucking stupid. It's like, why people talk shit? They talk shit about everyone, even you, and they're constantly doing it, and I already know who does it. And we kind of all talked about it. And we all talk about it as a group. You say, yeah, this person's a shit talker. Do not listen to these people. Do not listen to her at all. Complete shit talker. Makes up shit because her life sucks. They're gossipers for a reason. And finally, we start to actually having better copium in that. We start to get along better in that. And because we all establish under one thing. We don't trust when this person talks. Doesn't mean we don't like this person. It's just when she gossips and makes up shit about people, it gets to the point where she's like, why do you even care about everybody else's life? Why are people gossipers? Because they hate themselves because they don't want to change themselves. They're stuck in their copium and they never want to change themselves. You ever met someone that sits there and bitches about everybody else but themselves, but when you try to correct them, they fucking get ventilated? You know what that is? That's pride. Pride enables you to not learn from your mistakes because you think that you don't make mistakes. If you say that you do, then yeah, then you start to realize that you're starting to break your copium. You're starting to break your bubble because you're starting to understand that you're not perfect. It's kind of the thing out there. So after all this stuff happened, that conversation about it, I'm always critiquing people. And people tend to listen to me because they see that, I'm way more, I got way more, I guess common sense when it comes down to certain things because I'm older. And researching the Bible, researching the whole psychological thing and that, all the emotion stuff and that. And now I'm getting into why emotions actually happen in that, and the spirit world and that. Very interesting stuff. How praying to Jesus actually works. People say, I prayed to Buddha, or I prayed to Allah. People pray to Allah because most people are Muslims or Christians. So you pray to Allah. When you look at the Quran, what they say Allah is. Well, Allah's the one true God. Yeah, okay. But how do you get the message from that? From an illiterate person that literally did not know how to read and write. But when you look, how Muhammad actually got the message that the person, the angel, disguised as Gabriel, tormented him and nearly ran out of the cave in torment. He talked to his friend about it. And his friend was the one, and this is all in the Quran, he actually explained it, we go throughout the history now of Muhammad. His friend was the one that started to write down what he was saying. And he said, okay, well, and he started being tormented. He's like, I'm tormented by this spirit. It's like, I don't know, I'm scared. Because it wasn't real. As in, it wasn't an actual angel. It was Lucifer himself. Because one thing in the Bible always says, shall not fear. It always tells you not to fear when they see you. Because angels know that humans are going to be fearful when they see something that they're not used to seeing. If an angel came down to me, I would drop to my fucking knees. Even though I can say I'm psychologically strong, but seeing something with power beyond my imagination, I would have to fall to my knees. I can try to do, I got meditated stuff and that kind of, dims out fear. I've been practicing it, I've been going through and that. It's just something that kind of, it zones me out, so I don't really feel anything. But it wouldn't even work. So when Muhammad said that he was scared shitless, and the angel said, do not fear, that was basically saying that it wasn't an angel, it was a demon. It was Lucifer himself. And this is why I don't like when people say, well, Muslims are made up. Muslims? Your Quran was made up, bro. Ain't gonna lie. Most of them don't even read it. Most of them don't even read anything of it. They literally skip through it. And I'm learning more about the Quran as I learn more about the Bible. They kind of coexist to a certain extent. Because some parts of the Quran actually do talk about the revelations of Jesus. But why the fuck does the Quran even exist when it tells you to believe in Jesus? It tells you to believe in the New Testament. Why do you even have the Quran? I mean, could you say that it was man-made? I mean, to a certain extent, it could have been. Because they are right on some things, but the other things contradict. I talked to, one of the guys I work with, he's Muslim now. He says, well, Quran's all about peace and love, and bullshit, bro. I said, have you ever read the full Quran? He's like, no. Then how the fuck do you know it's about peace and love? It's not. Well, people say, well, what about the Crusades? The Crusades literally were defending against Muslim terrorism in the European colony. And you know what the Pope said? He basically prayed unto God. And he said, I think he said in Hebrew, and he said, it will be done. That's why the Crusades happened. And the Crusades were successful. Why? Because God made it successful. So just to prove that point, if the Crusades were successful, and the Islamic people that believe in Allah, that a lot of people say that Satan, that's why it was successful. Because God has all the power in the world. Satan doesn't have any. That's why the Crusades were sexual. That's why people always fight against it. Like, oh, this, no. It's been like this since the dawn of time, since Abraham. This is why people have to understand. There's reason why there's an opposing thing. God made Islamic faith for a reason. For his faithful, righteous people to stay true, to see how it is. That's why all other religions are more or less peaceful, besides the Islamic religion. Why? Because they're not supposed to be peaceful. They don't want people to be love and embracing. They say they do. Well, your Quran doesn't say shit. It doesn't even remotely ever talk about it half the time. It tells you to believe the Torah. It tells you to believe the New Testament. And I heard about it, and I've seen it. I've seen it multiple times in the Arabic way. In that they translate it with Arabic, because the people I watched that are actually, they know Arabic really well in that, so they actually translate it and they actually explain it, and they're not wrong. And then the whole gay thing, and this is what blows my mind, I didn't know this. The whole gay thing in that, they say they hate gays. Muhammad was a faggot. He was gay. I mean, was he gay personally? No, but he did gay acts. But why don't people want to talk about this if it's true? See, the Bible tells you the truth, and the truth stands clear from the Old Testament to the New Testament. All the Old Testament leads up to the New Testament. All the New Testament leads up to the end of the world, to the end of judgment, to the actual judgment itself. It's chronologically in order. From Genesis to Revelations, it kind of explains the story of God. From the creation of the world to the end of the world and to the one that comes new after this world. And he said, even if heaven and earth disappears, the word still stands infinite, eternally. The word doesn't change. I love how the Bible really establishes complete authority by saying that. And most other religions can never have that authority because they don't have authority. That's why I don't believe in other religions. I think other religions are just there. Actually, I think a religion exists altogether to combat against what Jesus wants us to do. Because all other religions, put it from this way, all other religions say what? You can work it into heaven. What did Jesus say? He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. You cannot get to the Father unless you go through me. Those words establish 100% authority, saying, I am the way. No one else, no works, no other religion, all that satanic shit that people believe in. You will never enter into heaven unless you go through me. Which you believe in me, you have faith in me, you be reborn in the water, you know my works, you go through and try to perform my works. Not everyone's going to be perfect with it. That's the thing. Of course the Father knows, of course Jesus knows, of course the Holy Spirit knows. They all know. I know the younger generation wants to not pray in that. They want to be, I'm a bad bitch, or I'm a bad man. They want to go through all this shit. That you're doing what Satan wants you to do. Worldly things hate people like me. Hate actual Christians. Faulty Christians hate actual Christians. For some reason, there's not a lot of great Christians out there. Majority of them are pretty fucking faithless. They do it because they want to be forgiven because they're scared. I said, if you're scared of a sin, it's hard to overcome certain sins. I admit I'm lustful. But the one thing that I do best that I've ever done is anger. I do not get angry anymore. I don't have as much pride anymore. I still have it to a certain extent because I'm not perfect. There's no fucking way that you can do it as a human being. But I have less of it. I don't get angry as much anymore. I don't rampage and be like, blah, this and that, and try to get fights with people like I used to. The physical strength of me doesn't need to be used that much. Like when I was younger and weak, and I like to sit there and want to fight everybody because I want you to think that I'm strong, but I was actually weak. My biggest excuse I always say to people, you're on steroids. And probably a lot of them are probably on steroids. But the whole point of it is that faith grows stronger. I love my life way more than I ever do. If you enjoy your life, give that love to Jesus. Do it in your bed. Before you go to bed, talk. Pray. Talk to God. Say, hey, doing good. Thank you for your blessings. Because people don't understand that blessings come in a lot when you start to have real faith. Bless your home. Bless the room that you're in. Call out the demons. You have authority. Yes, God gives us authority to call back demons because of Jesus. That's the problem with every other religion, even the Islamic religion. Since they don't believe in Jesus, and Jesus carries all the power and all authority of creation itself over everything, because he took it back on the cross, that's why a lot of the Islamic people are very demonistic. A lot of other religions are very demonistic. Now, how far do they go with it? Well, they're not bad people in some senses, human senses. It's not like they run around and kill people and that. But they don't have authority. And that's why they like to fight Christians, because they don't have authority. When you know you don't have power, you fight against it. Jesus said that specifically. He said people are going to hate me, or hate you because they hate me first. Why they hate him? Because he had authority. God says you can step on the serpent. You can step on the scorpion. You can fight against wicked people. You can tell them to fuck off. You can tell the truth and say lying is a sin, is a deadly sin. You shall not do these things. Like God hates liars. God hates murderers. God hates. When people want to say God loves, God hates sin. But when you conform yourself and you believe in Him, you conform yourself to not create so much sin. It slowly gets better. Like as Abdullah said, I masturbate in that. A lot of times I do in that for my own physical reason. That so a lot of time I do in that because it makes me fall asleep easy. I'm used to that. Because for some reason, having pent up fucking, pent up hormones and all that shit, it's very annoying. So I do it. You know what I most likely do after that? I praise God. It's kind of weird, but I praise God. I think about Him. I think about Jesus. I put an image of His face in my mind, and I say, I know I'm sinning. But I can't do it on my own. It's nearly impossible. I have routine. I have to sleep. And the only way I can sleep is by jacking off. I cannot do it without. Why? I have no idea. It's been happening for so damn long that I do not know how to break it on my own. I try exercising. I try to do all this stuff and that. I have to do it. It's a plain Jane addiction. I would say that's the only addiction I have. It's not like I personally do it because of the dopamine. I do it for the relaxation. Because it tones down my body. But the funny thing is, I'm fighting against it by not letting it take over all the way. So to explain it, this is a very good way to keep yourself from doing sins as much. The self-control. I know people will self-control that you shouldn't do it. The sense of release from anger, from anything that gives you a huge amount of fucking, like, the feel-good hormone. Try to control it. Because when you can control these things, it actually enables your mind to know that you're trying to, what, change it. The mind only works when you want it to work. It doesn't work just magically. See, God doesn't work it that way. He never said he'd work it that way. He said he'll teach you. When you read the Bible, he actually teach you. I read about lust in that. And I'll tell you what. He says lust is bad. He says here's why. It mostly disconnects you from your heart. Because sexual intercourse is so intensive on your heart that it actually keeps you from not wanting to be committed to someone. Oh, I'm going to flop this Bible out right here. We're going to read. We're going to go through this. Okay, that's not the one I want to do. I always go back to Proverbs. Proverbs is probably my favorite one. Let's go through this. I'm almost there. Chapter 5, 18 and 20. This God specifically saying this. So God does not intend faithfulness and marriage to be boring, lifeless, pleasureless, and dull. Sex is a gift. Sex is a gift given to married people for their moral enjoyment. God literally says sex was created for our enjoyment with the one that we're married to. That's why marriage and covenant means everything. Because sex is the most dominating factor of connecting with someone. Because you pleasure yourselves in full. This is what a lot of people don't understand say nowadays. Even myself, I'm trying to understand now. Just that alone specifically tells you God gifts us with that pleasure. That's why it exists. So we'll continue just reading this and that. That's why it's really nice to read this stuff. Real happiness comes when you decide to find pleasure in the relationship God has given or will give us and to commit ourselves to making pleasurable for our spouse. God loves when we pleasure our married ones. God loves that we do these things with our spouse. He wants us to bang the shit out of our girl or of her spouse to pleasure her as she pleasures you. That brings joy to him because that's what he created for. A lot of people know this one because you don't read it. You don't understand. Said, we then may rescind his timing and carelessly pursued sexual pleasures without his blessing. And this is where it starts to get into sexual sin. Okay. There are definite steps you can take to avoid sexual sin. First, guard your mind. Don't read books, look at pictures, or encourage fantasies that symbolize the wrong desires. Second, keep away from settings and friends that tempt you to sin. Third, don't think only of a moment. Focus on the future. Today's thrill may lead to tomorrow's ruin. The biggest course of action is almost everything. Like, when you look at a woman in that, you shouldn't look at a woman for a lustful act. You could say to people like Anne on the video game playing, she's very sexy. I mean, the pleasure of the eyes is what leads to most lustful sins. It's so hard to deal with that. But it's a practice. Because I like listen to people at my job and that. Some people talk about having sex with them. Oh man, I remember back then when I was younger, I used to have sex all the time with them and that. They're all a bunch of perverts. But they don't want to say that they worship women. They're like, oh, I love women. No, man, you love to get in their pants. You don't love them. You love the dopamine you get from that pussy. That's it. But if you're married to someone, you become one with God with that person. Sex is ferociously pleasurable. That's God's blessing. God blesses you to have pleasure. That's astounding. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I actually know the truth now about sexual intercourse. It's better when you're married. It's better with the blessing. So it says, don't read books, don't look at pictures, or don't encourage fantasies that simulate the wrong desire. Hardest thing for people to do nowadays because there's so much shit out there. I ain't gonna lie. I look up big booby girls and that. There's chicks I'm highly attracted to and that. You know, I watch some, pour in that every now and again. That brings up a desire in that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm very lustful when it comes down to that. In real life, towards actual women, I'm not that lustful. I appreciate women a lot more than I do, whacking off to them. Because I know the difference. So at least I got the mindset of not being like that in person. But sometimes I do mention stuff, sometimes I do talk about stuff. So it's just a practice. I've learned how to do that. Okay. Wisdom calls as context to call of the adulteress in. Wisdom is a partake as a woman who guides us and makes us seduce. Wisdom will... Oh my god, my nose is so drippy. Fuck, I hate that. I'm sneezing so heavy nowadays. God approves of these who listen to wise counsel. Those who hate wisdom love death. Wisdom shall affect every aspect of your life, from the beginning to the end. We should be sure to open all corners of your life in God's direction and guidance. So when they talk about wisdom, let's explain what actually wisdom is. If people think it's all about experience, that's what wisdom is. Actually, it's about experience. So the more wisdom you have, the more you tend not to do things based upon that wisdom. That's what learning is. God knows that we're not going to be perfect. But it doesn't mean that you can't be wiser. So if I want to work on my habit, I have to look at it from two different perspectives. Number one, I have to get married. Because my pleasure desires keep getting out all the time with someone that I'm with, that I love, that I'm married to. All the lustful shit goes away. I would never look at another person. Say, like, for instance, when I was with my ex, I never thought about any other girl but her. When I saw her naked, when I saw her bend over and that, I was always intrigued by the way she looked. I was pleasuring myself to her. But the thing of it is, we weren't married. And the second thing of it is, and well, we eventually broke up because of, she was a feminist, Satanist, basically. Said that she was, and I'm like, well, now I know. Because I try to bring you to God, and you literally say, God doesn't exist, God this, God that. You're literally demanding God to give you everything, you know what I'm saying? But if you have no faith in God, why would God give you any blessings? Why would God do anything for you? That makes no sense. The demons, the world's going to give you everything then. Satan will give you everything. That's why you're tormented. When you lose joy, you become more tormented. That's Satan doing that. That's the demons doing that, not God. That's where people try to separate the difference. Like, dude, no. Any type of thing that's taken away from you, you'll do it. You'll enjoy it for that brief moment, but it's never everlasting joy. See, Satan gives you it up front, like a drug. That's why people like to get high, get fucked up. But it doesn't last forever because you only enjoy it for a brief moment. That's really how it always works. When Jesus gives it to you, you enjoy it in full, and you constantly are enjoying it. And the thing of it is, you do separate yourself from people that are like that. People that are doing drugs and that. Like, I don't correlate with people that do drugs, and they're not my friends. I work with them. I enjoy them at work, but I don't agree with their lifestyle. Fuck no, I don't agree with it at all. Because I know it's not righteous. I know it's wicked. This is a good one. The more a person fears and respects God, the more he or she will hate evil. Love for God and love for sin cannot coexist. Oh, that is a heavy thing. The more you fear and respect God, the more he or she will hate evil. So if you love justice and you hate evil, you are probably a righteous person. Team Jesus, let's go for it. Pray. Understand justice more, because Jesus is really cool. If you want to say it like that. I'm not saying in a rebellious way, because cool I also be towards rebellious, but Jesus is like the funnest person because he literally is the superhero. That's what I think about Jesus. Jesus is literally a superhero. Just he's massively overpowered because he's God. So it's like, can't say he's super, he's almighty. When you put it in that perspective, it's kind of enjoyable. It's like, Jesus is really that powerful? Yes. Team Jesus. That's how I'm going to start thinking about it. It's like, so if I pray, that power exists? Team Jesus. The Bible actually has power? Yeah, it truly does. Because all this stuff you read, it makes moral sense. If you agree with it. Obviously, if you don't agree with it, you're an idiot. It says, love for God, love for sin cannot coexist. It says, harboring secret sins means that you or freaking was it correlating evil within yourself. Make a clear break with sin and commit yourself completely to God. God said wisdom is a permanent and fundamental. It is the foundation on which all life is built. Paul and John may have allowed, what was it? I'm not a good reader, ain't gonna lie. It's allowed to some of Solomon's statements about wisdom to discuss Christ is present at the creation of the world. This stuff's just amazing. I love Psalms so much. Here's one good thing. I, wisdom, dwell together with pursuit. I possess knowledge. And was it, is that distortion? To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride. I hate aggressors, evil behavior, and perverted speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have understanding and power. Basically, God gives us authority over sin because we don't have to commit it. like perverted talking. Like, I remember when I was a kid that I never really was like into like being a pervert and that. until I start to masturbate. And I started doing it when I was at a young age to give it out there. And it kind of stuck with me in that. And now I'm trying to pull out of it now, but I'm so used to doing that, it's very hard to pull out of it. Because my mind's constantly around it, so I have to think about other things. But social media and all stuff and that, there's so much out there now. And like, it's really hard. God understands that. That's why when you read the Bible and that, you kind of push yourself to believe in it more like, okay, I need help. That's why a lot of times, like, people have certain sins that they're just really hard to get rid of. And lust is one of them. I think lust is probably the only sin that's so difficult to get rid of. It's so difficult not to do. Because it feels so good to get yourself off. But work in progress to work in progress. Like, me not being as angry anymore, I'm vocal. I can't say I'm angry, I'm loud to begin with when I get really excited about a subject. But I'm not angry. Every time I get angry now, I don't really try to throw it out. I'm getting really good with zoning out. That I don't care about negative thoughts. I actually despise it. Like God says, if you love me, you're going to hate sin. I gotta hate it. But sometimes I play around with it just because I have to be a human. I have to be a normal human being in this society now. But truthfully, I don't fucking like it. To be a really righteous person in this world it's literally impossible. Because you just can't do it. So, I have to be kind of fake towards people. I always tell people, like, I can't be myself around you because most people around people now. Because you're not going to think like I do. Like I said before, I'm becoming more righteous, so I don't like being around druggies or people I like to have sex all the time. And it kind of, it doesn't make me feel anything because I push all the negativity away, but it's fucking disgusting. No, not yet. This my sinuses are. I feel like it's starting to get me heartburn. Oh yeah, sinus is draining. I don't like using Tums. It's not. It's just. Oh, I know, but it fucks with the acid in your stomach, though.
Well, it neutralizes the acid in your stomach. You guys take 2 of them.
Well, I'm not drained as much anymore, but. Oh. Charge up my watch. Hi, puppy. What are you doing there, little boogie butt? Little boogie butt. But yeah, like the more you start to understanding life, the more you start to see it from a really different perspective. You never used to sin so much when you were little. Like anger and that. Anger is because you don't understand.
But then...
I see. Okay, let's do this.
It appears your journey is finally entering its... As for this man named Kanoe's ambition, his heart must be true. At this rate, even your futures may fall. Indeed, I have no doubt you can do it. There is one more thing I must mention. I can... In all of the various jails across the country, I can sense the energies of powerful shadows.
Cool, I can level up really high though.
With no masters to serve, they have been left to wander the metaverse. Defeating them may allow you to carry them. Know that facing them is not...
Okay.
The power of the wild card you carry. I suggest you make full use of your personas.
That's pretty cool, so I can fight the big ass persona in that.
Yes.
Hey, hey!
Well, oh, that's good. Thanks a bundle. Oh, that's good. Thanks a bundle. Come again.
Hey, this what you want? You got a good. This what you want? You got a thanks a bunch.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in this jail for a little bit.
Hey, this what you want? Thanks. This what you want? You got a. Is this it? Thanks. Come again. You hear?
Well, hello. We recommend that. Can you hold up? So that's what you're getting? Can you hold up? We recommend that. Can you hold? Thank you.
Fuck.
Come in. Is this all? Take good care. You'd like this? Take good. Thank you kindly.
Check it out. That's what you're getting. Thanks for your best. That's super. Come again.
Yeah, I was like buying all the items and that.
Yes. What are you gonna do?
I'll go back to the window a little bit.
Leave it to me.
So this is our entry point this time. If his keyword is indeed the name of a superhero.
Ain't gonna be pretty, that's...
We're going in. Yes, let's go. We're gonna settle this thing once and... This is for everyone. Eat.
Kanoe's gonna pay big time.
Beginning the operation. The keyword is...
Cool.
Very high tech.
Yeah, figures it'd be another crazy one.
See that?
I'd say you just found Kanoe's castle. We're almost there. Only one job left to bring the villain to justice.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. The infiltration went well.
Stay sharp, everybody.
Great. We should expect that.
I assume that's Kanoe's cat.
Time to get moving.
All right.
Hang on a sec. Stop.
What is it, Oracle?
Check it out.
What the hell is that? A machine gun?
And it's topped with a security camera, too. It'll probably open fire if you get to...
So it's the same setup we saw in the castles beyond here.
If I had to guess, I'd say there's a core somewhere around. I saw something that looked like a prison key.
I guess that's our first stop. Let's...
Prison key. Well, guess I'll know once I get there.
Greetings, good citizens. Have you seen any? If you do see any, please report it immediately. Our hero will then come to change their heart. Akira is our one true hero. He is the only one who can... Akira will keep everyone safe with the power to change...
Akira?
You must be referring to Kanoe.
So this is how he views himself. Ironic that the villain is playing the hero.
Justice is not optional.
Keeping everyone safe with the power to change hearts.
Remember,
What does it mean by that?
desires are dangerous.
Oh,
And this
the alert
is
thing.
that Emma?
Phony hero parading himself around in a futuristic city.
It was in fucking Ozark.
So does that mean we're the
The
villains?
hero Akira will always be there to deliver justice.
Yes. Everyone.
We'll show him who the real villain.
Over here.
Okay.
We've got him right
Show me your
where we
true
want.
self.
Yes, this one.
Easier than cleaning a paintbrush.
Should apply the same effort to the next one. Was that it? Huh, that was fast.
Show me your true self.
And the ambush is actually
You remain. Finish them all. Didn't even break a sweat.
Joker, what did you find?
The RNG gods smile upon us.
Let's go. Friggin' everywhere.
Those who refuse to do as they're told will be eliminated without exception. I imagine that
I'll
Kanoe's
reveal
got
the
it.
truth.
Why would he go so far? There's nothing left for him to do.
Let's go.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's keep it moving.
It's a shadow. Better be careful. Show me your true self.
Breeze right past. Yeah, steamroll this
It's over.
I almost feel sorry for them. Here's hoping the next one's just as easy.
What are you doing?
Spring water. Dish out the field with sight.
should prove useful.
I feel something.
Strike! I'm sensing less enemies. Let's finish!
Take this! Fire!
Oh man. Actually, I see what time it is. 2
Here I
o'clock.
thought
Okay,
they
I'm
put
looking
up a
over
fight.
today.
All right. No time to waste.
Alright, so this is what cities might look like in the future. Places so rigid and orderly, it's giving me the creeps.
I don't like it either. Not to mention, there's not one sweet old lady in sight.
Gotta say, I agree too. I prefer cities with actual.
I'll reveal the true form.
You're panicking!
Let's go. We've got this. Come on, everyone. That was too easy.
Okay, let's get you some of your true self.
Finish them off in one blow.
Yeah!
Be gone.
That was over before it started.
I'll
I should've
reveal your
taken
true
it.
form. Do it!
Not any good.
I'm sure we can win.
Give us your worst message.
Let us end this.
Wait, it's over? That flew by.
Let's keep up the pace, shall we?
Hey, that one's rare.
All will fall to my blade. It's over.
It's over.
Nice.
What a skill.
Evade fire. I already got dodge fire. Evade fire. Okay, so
That was a quick one.
Guys, keep it coming.
I don't see any shadows.
Should we take a look?
I can see it.
Let's go.
All right. Looks like we can make our way to the prison.
We've arrived at Juoji Zoo. Would the prison keep be somewhere in Mount
Can't have a
Joshua?
drainage. Yeah, Mike trump all that stuff. I can do run around and keep killing guys. Oh, damn, the big motherfucker.
If anyone...
Enough talk.
Here it comes.
Okay, bro.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Guys, it's weak to electricity. It's strong, so keep your guard up. This is your chance. It's showtime.
Persona!
Okay.
Rabbit Zap! Fire! Fire!
I'm going too.
Don't forget any follow-up attack. Good thinking, Joker.
I know I can count on you.
Persona! Take this! Take this!
It's powerful, and Wind is ineffective. What a cheater! This one.
Fire!
Pressure powering up. Watch for any stat changes.
Fire! 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 Showtime!
That's all I can do is keep shooting let everybody else get up.
Valkyrie! Here!
Mind blowing as always.
Joker, I see you're fighting crowd please.
Fire!
Leave that one to me.
Fire! Fire!
I'm not done. Fair warning. This is gonna be rough. Hey, watch your health. You're getting wrecked out there.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Alright, power it up. Powerful.
Fire!
You can exploit its weakness with psychokinesis.
Fire!
Leave that one
Fire! Fire!
Actually, I should
Go ahead.
Nice move, Panther.
This one. Giving my all. Incoming attack. Brace yourself. Get ready. Carmen. Persona. You've got this.
Sure.
Oh, fuck these sneezers. Oh, Jesus, please. Man. Man, bit my tongue. I did that a little bit. Oh, that was ridiculous. Cool, that one. Oh, he's in. Oh. This always happens with me. It's just. I was feeling good the last couple of days, but I was just outside too much of the cold.
I did it. I bet.
Oh, I gotta do my fuck. No! Fuck! Wow, there's a lot of people fighting this one. Ooh, I'm gonna know they're gonna turn all that stuff off. I need to shoot a ball. Let me get back to grab it real quick.
Shut
Yo, I might have found something.
Somebody help her.
Let up! Finish him off! Let's go! Take it!
That's not gonna work. Might want to change up your approach. Dish it up and
Oh, he's big. Fuck yeah.
That was nothing.
Let's keep moving ahead, shall we?
You big ass fucking malady ass.
Counting on you.
Got it.
Bitch is ridiculous.
It's on here.
Leave it to me.
I'll do this for her.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Now, review your contents.
Fucking soda left
Oh,
now.
what a glorious find.
I like how you don't have to get keys anymore. They kind of changed this around a lot.
Ooh, found a shadow. Don't get caught off guard.
Here I go.
Will not forgive evildoing of any kind.
This is our chance. Let's get it.
Very well. Right, let's finish this quickly. We've done it.
That was almost too easy.
Let's move on. I see another page. Is that an exhibit too?
You can lay down for a bit.
These? In reality, you likely saw them as a means to
Yeah. So this dickhead uses these people.
Now then.
Let's see if I can get different persona. I haven't got the paper persona yet. It's kind of
Welcome
funny
to the
that at the other
velvet
game you get it in like the second castle. But this one
Awaken your
it takes a
new
while to get.
self. It seems that it can gain new power. It
What are you
seems
doing?
that it can gain new power.
Okay, he has a lot of he's like the super monk. Yeah, they're weak against too many things. So like the motherfuckers, they're stupid.
You wish to strengthen it? How much power will you add? This is what you chose.
Okay.
A minor effect, minimum effect. It doesn't work that good.
You lack the power needed.
Why does it cost so much? Well, I guess if I max the character out, he'd probably be like 70s, 80s and shit.
May luck be on your side.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off.
I should write something.
Tired of it. But yeah, it's hard to combat stuff and that. That's why your eyes are always the thing you need to watch out for, because your eyes always can see yourself into sin a lot more than that. And there's a lot of pretty girls out there that I see a lot of them all the time. Like, there's gorgeous women everywhere. At least where I live at. And I see them so much in that, and like, they look good, but like, we have to restrain ourselves as much as we can. Anyway, you guys have a good one. God bless.